So if we're going to go with this idea of incremental development, again, I think you focus on one or two small things at a time. And so I think the best way to really start with this is to think about the idea of places everybody, and even for this sake, the idea of places everybody with the monkey. So I'm over in the monkey sprite at the moment, and let's come up with this idea of places everybody. So I'm going to say when I receive places everybody, and I'll just call it places even. And I'm not even going to worry about yet as to who's going to tell me to go to my place. I'm going to just say that's, this is good enough. When I receive places, I want to have the monkey start always in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to drag this out. He looks about right, maybe up and down right now, but I definitely want him to go to the middle. And so the middle is a 0 coordinate for the x-coordinate, right? That's the dead center of things. And actually, I'm looking at the monkey right now, and he looks a little bit big for what I actually want him to be like. So I'm going to go to the Looks tab, and we're going to have him set his size. Oh, let's try 60%. I'm just totally eyeballing this right now. So let's see what we get. And again, I can just, yeah, that's about the right height, although now he's not, when I did that, he came up off the ground, so I'm going to move him back down. Let's see, what's that? Turns out negative 140 is about his y-coordinate on the ground. And again, there's nothing magical about these coordinates, but that's a reasonable places everybody, right? And we can tweak this if his feet are a little too far off the screen for your taste. You can change it to negative 135 or something, but that seems like about a right places everybody. I like that. And now let's worry about the next increment, and that is just how do we move him around on the screen, right? And so I think that for this game, I want to use the arrow keys on my computer to move him around on the screen. And so if you did the activity at the start of this unit, you saw that under the Events tab, there is a event block. This hat-shaped block looks a little bit like a baseball cap that allows us to do certain key presses. And so this is really pretty basic, right? The idea is that when the right arrow key is pressed, so let me do when the right arrow key is pressed, I want him to move to the right. And in that particular situation, I could do this with the motion menu and with the idea of move some number of steps. I'm actually going to, just so that I don't have to worry about is he pointing in the right direction, I'm going to do it with change X and Y. And so let's try 10 pixels at a time. So when the right arrow is pressed, I want to move 10 pixels in the positive direction, change X by 10. And when the left arrow key is pressed, and in fact I can just do this through a duplicate, when the left arrow key is pressed, I want to change to in the negative direction, right? And that's really about all we need to sort of get started. We've got this places everybody, and we've got the idea of left and right arrows. Let me try the right arrow. There he goes. He's moving to the right. You can see it flashing here on the screen, right? He's moving to the right, and I can press the left, and it's moving to the left, and that's 10 seems about right. He's not moving very far, very fast, but he is moving. And folks, that's a good first increment, right? Just this idea of what happens if the monkey is moving around on the screen, that when places everybody gets called, he goes back to the center, and I can move right and left. Good first increment. We're going to stop the video there, and now we'll worry about how we start the bananas.